Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back. We're at KOBOLD Con. We're about to play VENOM Assault from Spyglass Games out of Denver.
Yeah, no, I'm from. Yeah, I do. Well, I'm from Chicago, so I like good dogs. I used to be at a beach.
Yeah. All right. So Sean Patrick Phantom's
Awesome.
RPG developer, and then this VENOM Assault is kind of the board game version of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to some dice with it.
Well, you don't actually.
Oh, you have new dice?
Yeah, the dice we have here is all you're really gonna need.
You're good?
Yeah, sit where you like.
Just so you're aware, you're on Twitch.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Alright. That's a base deck.
Be close to the
Okay.
action. I didn't know someone was sitting here now.
Nope. So what you see at the table is what you get.
Okay.
So the basic idea behind this, as far as mechanics go, is it's a board game that is a deck builder with a dice mechanics. So
Okay.
it's kind of wrapping all of those together. Okay. So we have our own decks. Basically, they're built. You're going to have, as far as the card goes. There's a symbol here. This means that the unit or the card type up in the corner tells you what it is.
Okay.
This specific symbol means it is a person.
Okay.
The other version is a vehicle. So you can either have people or vehicles. So soldiers or the vehicles that they operate.
Gotcha.
On the card, the three symbols across the middle here. The first one, the dog tags, that is recruitment power. So when you have your hand, you'll add. Oh, did I mix that up? Yes, that one's cost.
Cost.
Sorry.
Okay, so
if
cost.
you're recruiting them, that's how much it costs you to recruit them from the training grounds, which is here.
Okay.
All right.
This deck is the Freedom Squadron deck. It's got all of the different vehicles and people that we can recruit throughout the game.
Okay.
The middle symbol is the recruitment power. Thank you, Sean. And that is added up among all the different cards that are in your hand to tell you how much recruitment power you have to hire people into your hand. And then the last one is the combat dice if you use that character as a leader, and we'll get into that when we hit the actual combat phase. The gray box for all of the different characters will have text, and will have effects, so each character will have different effects that can go off. If a card is used as a leader, you cannot use the gray text. If you use the gray text, they are not your leader. That is pretty much the basics of how those cards are put together. There will be a whole bunch of different other fun things that come from each of the different cards, and you'll have area specialties. This is basically the world map. The VENOM Assault game is set in a slightly postmodern era, so a little bit higher tech than what we currently have, and some other, if you go into the lore, different things have happened that have changed the political landscape and the actual landscape a little bit. But what matters as far as this goes is each of these locations will end up having a reward, some type of item or thing that we find, and on top of that reward will be a Venom leader. So one of our opposing factions, mission people that we have to find a way to defeat. Once we defeat them, we get the reward underneath.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
The different locations are important because they have different area types. So you'll have Arctic, air, land, sea.
Okay.
And those effects, some of the different cards, both Venom Leader, Venom Support, or our Freedom Squadron cards, will actually have different abilities in different areas. So that can make it more difficult for us, or it can make it more easy for us, depending on what effect is triggered.
All right. And this is like a cooperative deck building game, right?
Yes,
We're
it is
all playing
absolutely
together to-
cooperative.
That's exactly my question.
It is. It is.
okay.
It is a turn-based cooperative thing. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
There will be a essentially lead player, and the only thing that matters for the lead player is before they take their turn, an event will go off, and that event will influence the entire round. I'll be the commander. Okay, that'll influence the entire round as far as a global effect that we all are dealing with, either on a positive or negative level, or there might just be nothing going on, in which case we have a normal round. So that'll happen at the start of that part. He's flipping out some of the villains that we're going to be facing. Now, as I said at the beginning, this board game is essentially a love letter to the G.I. Joe franchise. Sharkbite is a little bit of a pain in the butt. The problem is, so some characters have, some of our villain characters have global effects that go off. Okay, so this is going to be a global effect one. What that means is, as long as they are out, that global effect will be in play. And it's usually kind of a horrifying thing. Shark bites is particularly annoying for the start of the game. And Toxin's not, well, he's kind of horrifying, but he's not as bad as some of the others. We tend to try and set it up so that only one global effect is starting on the field, at least with beginning players and new scenarios.
So shark bites.
Yeah, he'll show up later. All right. So Sean's finishing setting up. Yep. So basically, what we have to do is Venom is doing something in the world. We're trying to stop them do something cool. There are mission cards which dictate, first off, what Venom is doing and what we have to do to stop them. And then there are event levels. So as we go through the game, we will come across Venom event cards that will advance the event track, meaning Venom's done something that is making life more difficult for us to try and defeat. And that is tracked along the side here and with the numbers here. Our event is World in Darkness. Power outages have started striking randomly across the world. Uplink, who is a Freedom Squadron character, has been working on the problem and discovered that Venom has acquired the Shroud of Darkness. It's an alien technology that enables them to drain the world's energy. She is sure that Venom hasn't figured out how to properly control it yet, but once they do, the whole world will be at their mercy. We must mobilize teams immediately to destroy their control cubes. So we're going to have to find the red, the blue, the yellow, and the green control cubes. And they're mixed in with the reward deck, so there are other rewards that we can get. And so our victory condition is to find those 4 cubes and liberate Venom Island. Venom Island. So Venom Island is that location. It's considered liberated once it does not refill when a Venom leader or reward card. So let's say we defeated this character. This character would be pulled off. We gain the reward. We gain the reward. A new reward comes down and a new Venom leader. Once these decks are gone, they're not replenishing. So we're going to have to go through the whole deck, even if we're only attacking in one location, before we can consider that done. Sorry about that.
So please repeat this for the Twitch because they can't hear me. I am adding a house rule to get us started faster. Everyone's going to get 1 free card off of that deck to have a special character in their deck.
Okay. So what Sean is saying is he is adding a house rule so that we can get started a little faster. So as this is a cooperative game.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 cards for your starting hand.
So go ahead and go through the phases.
Okay. So the basic phases for a turn and a round. First is the event phase, and that only happens on the commander's turn. So the first thing that happens is we draw an event card. This event is Out to Sea. Millionaire Jeff Von Marken holds a political gathering on his new yacht, and Freedom Squadron is on hand to ensure their safety. Roulette is caught attempting to cheat Jeff out of all of his money. Global effect, tactical phase. Any combat in sea areas this round lowers the Venom leader's hearts by 1. So all of the villain cards have a heart, a shield, and a snake, which is essentially a card draw. So hearts are so when you make an attack roll, you're going to have a certain number of dice based on the combat dice that you have. Hearts are how many of those dice that you're rolling have to come to a certain number. The shield value is what that number is. So if this were the villain, we'd end up rolling. We'd have to get 3 dice at 3 or higher to call a success, and there are things that'll change that. So this global effect means that at the start of the tactical phase, the number of hearts that we need is going to go down by 1 on all of our villains in the C zones. Yep. So that's the first thing that will happen in a round is the event phase will go off at the beginning of the commander's turn. When it goes into our turns, we have essentially Mirage and Glacier. Going to go down.
Guns from the combat leader equal to any guns given. Oh yeah, you're right. So he
So,
loses 2.
but his leader doesn't have any.
So yes, it's still at
So
nine.
you'd lose if you rolled
If you roll the wrong thing, you
the
can't.
wrong thing, you'd lose some and you can't win. But with that ability and the fact that you'd get 2 more dice from here, this guy's not messing with your vehicles at all.
And plus the 2 Arctic as well.
You're going to end up with 3 dice,
Okay, I'm wrong. He could.
and you're going to end up adding +2 to everything. So you probably want to go after Mayhem.
Do you concur?
Yes.
If you disagree with me, that's fine.
let's.
Hijack is not a bad option either, but it's just she's more deadly to you than anyone else right now.
Yeah, but see, I just feel like I have all the right cards to knock her out, though.
Give yourself 2 more dice because you're in an Arctic zone. Now roll a
Am I
d6.
misunderstanding her? She's not the one that doubles vehicles. That was someone else.
No, she does not double vehicles.
Yeah.
She takes one of
Yeah,
your
she'll
vehicles.
steal one of your vehicles. You won't get it.
You don't want to fight her.
You-
Chris is right. You don't
you-
want to fight her.
She's the worst one for you
I
to
say
fight.
maybe Psych Ward.
Yeah, but he's on Arctic, though.
He wants to use his Arctic.
I want to use my Arctic ability. Yeah, I know, Hijack. Oh, yeah, no, no. So I'll talk Mayhem.
Okay, so he's at 3 dice at 4.
No, do you want to get rid of his support, or do you want to lower some of that, or what do you want
I
to
am going to take away his support.
So both of his support cards are gone.
Alright.
Now you have to roll a d6 because Mayhem's tactical phase ability. Or you could get rid of 1 support card and drop one of these.
Well, there's no support cards in the first place.
He has 2.
Oh, he has 2.
But your War Maker will get rid of one of them for you.
Yes.
So you might as well lower one of
Actually,
these.
and what's the other thing the Avalanche does?
The Avalanche,
Discard
Arctic.
one's Venom support
one
vehicle.
support, so I get 2 minus 2 supports.
Well, that's assuming one is a vehicle, but it's possible.
Yeah, one-
So you almost might want to just drop these. One or both.
Yeah, I'm with Chris. Your better gambles to
Because
put
your vehicles will be able to get rid of some of those
Yeah,
cards.
let's do that then. So it's going to go down to
either 1 die at 4 or 2 dice at 3.
Here's something else I'll point out. If you go to 2 dice at 3, you add +2 to all your rolled values.
You can't lose.
You can't lose unless he draws a support that you can't get rid of.
So 3 dice. 3 dice at 3.
2 dice at 3.
Oh, 2.
Well, yeah.
Drop both of those by 1.
Or you could drop it to 3 dice at 2, or I mean, because that'll work too.
Let's just go with this.
Okay.
Yep.
So he does draw his 2 support cards.
Which
You will be able to discard 1
Oh.
because they're both soldiers, so you're only going to be able to discard 1. Reroll 1 successful die. You're in an Arctic zone, so you're only going to reroll 1 successful die. And you rolled a 5?
No, I still. Okay.
Okay. Rolled a 4. So on a 4, 1 random freedom support guy, so one of your random recruits converts sides. So he's not helping you anymore. You don't get his die. You subtract 1 from your combat leader of 0, which means you're still rolling 4 dice.
he just gets discarded.
So he's discarded. He doesn't go away. So you need 4 of 4 dice. You need 3 of them at 2, and you're adding +2 to everything, so you'll automatically succeed.
You win.
You beat him.
Boom.
Well done.
Yes.
So he's.
So you got him, and you get a reward.
Go ahead and read the reward.
All right. The reward: hunt for the golden fleece. A strange golden coil dropped by a UFO, recovered by a Freedom Squadron, sends several agents back into the past. They help Jason find the golden fleece before Venom agents. who also transport back gets their hands on it. Once per game, use this card to look at the top event cards of the event deck and put them back in any order you choose.
Alright, so
Okay.
just remember you have those to use when you...
Yep. And yeah, it's good to keep an eye on the rewards you have. Okay, so
This.
you'll discard your entire hand at the end of your turn and redraw a new hand.
Draw 5 cards.
Draw 5 cards. Okay.
Okay.
So, it goes to me. We lose that event. We get a new event. The new event is Countdown to Chameleon. Venom attempts to use Chameleon to replace an ambassador, blow up the Worldwide Defense Center, or conference, and send a message to the world. However, Blindsight sees through Chameleon's disguise. The commander may choose a zone, reveal a reward card from that zone face up. So, I get to choose something. We are going to have to get rid of Sharkbite, so I don't want to do that.
Get rid of Hijack, just not get her out or get
You know what? I will say Arctic, and we'll reveal Hijack, because right now Hijack and Psych Ward are both in Arctic.
So that's not one we have to get.
So that is not a required battle for us.
So we could
can ignore her.
for the rest of the game, basically.
Yep. We don't know if Psych Ward has something yet, but I think I might be able to figure that out since I have Mirage in my hand.
Yes, you do.
So, in recruitment phase, I have 5 recruitment.
You can't get anything.
I can't afford a single thing?
Nope.
Well, that sucks. Recruitment phase, look at a face-down Venom leader. There are ways to flip the Venom leaders face down. We don't have to deal with that right now. Reveal face up a reward card under any Venom leader, or look at the top 2 event cards and put them back in any order. Right now I'm going to reveal Psych Ward because he's kind of the other annoying.
And we do.
We have to go after Psych Ward.
Yep.
At the moment we can't though. Sharkbite came out. Sharkbite, if he comes out in a non-C zone, automatically moves to a C zone and switches his reward with the one that is in the C zone, and combat can only happen in C zones. Which means, unless one of us draws a drawbridge, which he might be able to, since he's got one out, we all have to fight there. He can fight anywhere, so he could potentially take Psych Ward out.
The other problem is he's also really tough.
Yes, he's also
5'3",
very, very tough. I am not going to be able to fight him. FYI. So I used her gray text. She cannot be my leader. I will want this gray text if I go into combat, so I will use a commando as a leader.
So it means you're going after Jackknife.
Yep, because I'm not going to have enough dice to go after Sharkbite. So he's a 4/4 with 2 support. No zone abilities may be used against him, though. I'm going to have 4 dice. Yeah. So I'll have 2 on my leader, and those. I'll need 4 of them on 4. And he's got 2 support cards. So I can knock his support out completely. Which is probably my best move right now.
He's embarrassing.
Because Selkie can make one of my dice better, but I'm still rolling 4/4, and that's really kind of crappy. But some of those support cards are a lot.
We can use our reward cards for a teammate in case somebody wants to.
If someone's got something that makes that easier, but at the moment, I don't know if it's worth doing that on mine because I'm going to have a difficult time no matter what is played.
Discarding support cards.
Yeah, we're not getting any support cards.
Okay, so no support cards. No, and this is not going to help because this is the event.
Yeah,
Look at the
I don't know what that does.
Oh, that's the F it button.
Oh, do you want me to go after Sharkbite with that?
Can you do it?
You're the one that has to deal with the consequences.
The consequences being
Read what it does.
retire all the revealed cards, so the 5 cards that are revealed from the deck. That doesn't affect this.
Oh,
That's I take 5 cards from there, I play with them in combat, and then those 5 go away.
we should save that for when somebody has a really strong hand.
Okay.
Like when I get Corporal Carnage out, that would be a good time to. And that's when we say.
And we want to hammer someone really hard?
Yeah.
Okay. At which point in time, yeah, I'd say don't worry about using anything on me, and I will.
Go for it.
I'm gonna knock his support out and just roll straight. We'll see what happens. All of these have to be 4 or higher. Half of them were 4 or higher, which is average, ironically. But with Mirage, I am slowly going to be revealing the rewards and hopefully finding us what we need.
So I got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
These two.
We've got 2 11s and a 9 are the other options, so yeah. Until we can knock some of those out, I will be able to get at least one of those off. If it's still there when it comes to me.
Grab one of those.
So,
I can go after anybody.
you can, because you can make anything a C-zone.
Yeah, but I just realized I don't want to make that a C-zone because
Yep, so you might want to leave Tiwaz alone for now, but you can go after Psych Ward and get us the ability to reduce things by 3.
That global, yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Okay,
I'm going to carry my commando.
alright, the drawbridge makes this a C-zone. He is a 3-3. He gets 2 support cards.
+3 because of hijack.
It's 5.
Oh, that's right, he gets 5.
So I'm going to kill 2 of those.
So he gets 3 support cards. Thank you. It is a C-zone, unfortunately.
You need a support card out?
The 4/4.
So
Yes.
this will make him a 4-4 and reduce his combat leader's die by 1. And he'll be re-rolling one of the successes.
Yes, I need to get rid of a C-zone. If you don't mind.
It's okay. That's what teammates are for.
Alright, so that means I can get rid of these guys, which I'm totally doing.
Alright, so he's still a 3-3.
I lose one of my commando.
Your combat leader die goes down by 1. You're rolling 4 dice. You need to get 3 successes, but one of those successes will re-roll. So if you get 4 successes, then you're gravy.
And pressure.
Honestly, Sean, I don't think you need that.
Not yet. So let's save it.
You could pull it off with what you've got.
Plus, actually, I couldn't do that anyway because it's supposed to be before I choose a combat leader.
Oh, okay. Nope. The inverse of that roll would have been amazing.
So,
Oh well, good try.
Well, and we're not going to defeat everyone every time.
no.
It's actually really rare to defeat as many people in a row as we
We
did.
didn't have that many good cards.
Yeah, we have not had a single neutral or negative card come out yet, and that is very rare.
I took all the neutral out.
All the neutral are out. Okay.
So I'm done. And it is your turn.
So I have 8.
That leaves Caliber
Caliber or Hornet.
and the Hornet.
It's going to be a good turn for me.
Yeah, no kidding. You won't even need her thing.
Sweet.
So you have 8, so
From spend
I gotta get a snake.
okay.
Hornet or Caliber?
They're both pretty good. Hornet is really good for recruitment, if I remember right. I haven't seen it recently.
I
Spend 5 recruitment to place the top card from the recruitment deck into your discard pile. The thing is, that is a very powerful recruitment tool because most of the recruitment cards, as you've seen, cost more than 5.
right.
It's random. You don't know what you're going to get, but you're paying a lot less for most of it. So that's why it's powerful.
It is. Oh, go
The
ahead.
thing with Caliber is you may gain the benefits of any abilities twice from vehicles, which means he's really going to want Caliber
He wants Caliber.
because he's essentially building up a pretty good vehicle deck.
All right. So now we pick a leader.
Now you pick who you're fighting first.
All right. Advice, guys.
It has to be Sharkbite or Jackknife.
You're rocking recruits and commandos. You have to fight Jackknife or Sharkbite.
Okay.
You can use your reward card and go after Shark Bite and have a pretty good chance of knocking him down.
And then one on the other side is the same way.
Because you'll take 5 Freedom Squadron cards there that get to add to your hand, and you'll have 10 cards that you're fighting him with. So you'll have a pretty good shot at taking him down if you want to use your reward. The other option is you can go after Jackknife, which you won't gain any C effect abilities, but you don't have any to gain anyway. So you're going to be rolling pretty straight against him. Shark Bite, if you take him out, lets us all attack anywhere we want. Jackknife has been kind of annoying because most of us have been getting kind of screwed by him.
Okay.
So, I mean, either one's a good
Team game,
option.
what do you think?
There's benefits to both.
Right.
I personally like the idea of going after Shark Bite and opening options for everyone else, especially because if you do that, then someone else can go after Psych Ward and hopefully get this card out, which we need.
Which we need. Okay. That's what we'll do.
Okay.
So I play this now.
Yep. Before you choose a combat leader, you play that. So that lets you draw the top 5 cards of the Freedom Squadron deck. Yes. Squadron Squadron.
Freedom Friday.
Yeah. So keep these 5 separate
3, 4.
because those 5 are going to go into the discard pile of the FS deck.
The team helped me choose to push the F button. But yes,
I support this
I'm
choice.
pushing. I'm pushing buttons.
Okay. So at this point, you don't gain the vehicles, if I remember right from that card. You only gain the soldiers, right?
Yes, all soldiers revealed may be put into play.
So those 2 vehicles, you might as well just put them in the discard right now because they're going to go there at the end anyway. So you gained those 3 soldiers. Now you can choose a combat leader. And you've got 2.
Check out his text.
Lower the Venom leaders. Ooh.
Yeah.
And game +2.
Are we still in recruitment phase?
No.
No, she's
Well,
recruited.
that's a tactical phase ability on her reward card, so no, we're not.
So she would be a good leader because her gray box text is recruitment phase, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, let's
So
do that.
you get 3 for her. Now, she's attacking Shark Bite, so she doesn't gain the Arctic effect. But
It's still,
this
it's
one?
still good though.
but he gains +2 dice, right? Tactical phase.
Yep.
He also has another effect.
Yep.
So what is his other effect? Well, actually, you're attacking Shark Bite, so he's a 5/3. You can reduce his 3 support cards, or his 3 shield, or his 5 health. You have 2 reductions you can make.
I think this,
This, I was
says
saying.
I already get to do 1 health and 1 shield.
Yep, so that knocks those down, so you're at 4/2.
And
These 2 are giving you the other one that I was talking about. So you could totally knock him down to 1 support card, and you need 4 dice at 2 or higher.
I'm sorry, I'm reaching.
that's okay. No, please.
Lower
Does that do
Venom's
something
heart by 1, so he's down to 3.
Okay, so he's a 3/2.
Okay.
Jeez.
So
Is there another effect somewhere? Or is that it?
Nope.
Okay.
So now
Wow.
we still
So-
have those.
I still think we want to drop
The support
2
cards?
Support cards, right?
That is probably your best bet at this point.
Yeah.
3/2 with 1
because of
support
those.
is powerful with how many dice you have.
He gets 1
Yeah.
support.
Hit me.
It is a C zone, unfortunately, but you don't have any vehicles.
She has no vehicles, but his shield goes up, so you need 3 of your dice to be at 3 or higher.
That's pretty
You
good
are
odds.
rolling 10 dice.
I can do this, guys.
Okay, well,
I can do this. 3 of them, right?
Yeah,
Oh, this is awesome.
with 10 dice, that's... There you go.
That's
You just blew him out of the water.
One of the nastiest
Literally.
ones in the game. Nice job.
Yeah.
So Shark Bite is gone.
And
What did we get?
Inside.
Yes! We got the 3rd one that we needed.
Yay.
it does the
So-
same thing that the others do.
Yes, all of these stack.
So now we have 3
Oh.
reductions. Over.
Oh, well.
Which I might as well read the description on this. The blue control cube. This strange pulsing blue cube was unearthed by Venom agents in a tomb of an undocumented pharaoh. How it has the ability to disrupt energy is unknown. So, we have 3 of the 4. We know where the 4th one is.
So the 2 things we have to do: get that
Get this one.
Get that and burn through the last
No,
of.
there's no more reward cards. So we just have to take Venom Island.
Oh.
Let me double check.
I'm gonna
Collect
go
all
ahead.
4
When I-
cubes. Liberate Venom Island. It's considered liberated when it does not refill with a Venom leader or reward
So you
card.
still need to take them.
Sorry, you were saying.
When I'm
ahead
done, I
and
retire somebody if I want to.
put that.
And that's a commando better or a recruit better?
I consider that better.
You've got other cards that work really well as leaders, so that's why the commando is usually a good option.
Awesome.
If you've not recruited other cards that are good leaders, then keeping at least 1 or 2 commandos is generally helpful.
So I have 10 points. I flipped over
10.
blind sight. Combat phase.
God, he's so awesome.
Count all combat dice with a rolled value of 1 as automatic successes.
And if you don't get that ability, he's got
And,
6
I was gonna say,
leader
and he
die.
has 6.
That's a pretty good card.
So I'm,
He wants that one.
yeah, you
yeah,
weren't.
we know he wants Caliber.
So I am actually probably, I was thinking about him earlier, but I think I'm going to take blind
Yeah, I
sight
would too. Not on your deck, in your discard.
into my
Yep.
discard. And I'm actually going to use my Farseer to discard one of my,
Recruits?
yeah, because I've already drawn him.
Yep.
So he's only got the plus
You've
1.
already used the recruitment power.
I've used the recruitment power, so I'm going to discard it into here, and it's just draw top card.
No.
No, look through my draw deck and
Yeah.
add 1 card of my choice to my
Yeah,
hand.
you choose anything in that deck that
So-
you want on the field. And that's still in the recruitment phase. So,
I'm gonna do Glacier.
okay.
We're gonna go after
Psych Ward.
Psych Ward.
That's good.
So
Okay. So, you're not going to be able to recruit anything else because everything else is too expensive for what you've got left.
thank you.
So, going into your tactical phase, you're going after Psych Ward, so he's at 3/3. And
And he will get.
he's going to get 5.
support.
5 support.
Yeah, he's going to get 5 support.
Oh, 5
but
support, yeah.
his effect is going to be happening after you choose a combat leader.
So,
So,
and by not choosing the combat leaders, that's how I get the tactical abilities. Correct. Just double checking.
yeah, this is all
So-
happening in the tactical phase. So,
I will choose.
the thing is, you don't draw his cards until you choose a leader either.
All right.
So-
So I choose a recruit as a leader, so I can
Okay.
have his tactical abilities.
Sounds good. Then, after a combat leader is chosen, place 1 random freedom support soldier under Psych Ward, which means you're not. So you're gonna have to randomize the 4 cards you've got left.
And hope it's not Glacier. That you
Glacier.
lose.
What they all say.
All right. So
It's
Yes.
a recruit.
the recruit.
So now line out your dice. So you don't have a combat leader die. You get 2 dice from
2
them.
dice for them.
No, one on
1
each.
each.
And that's it, right?
That's it.
Okay. So he's a 3/3 with 2 support cards. You
Now-
have. You're in Arctic, so you're reducing his shield.
By 3.
So he goes down to 3 dice at 1.
Or you can
That's before anything else goes off.
Before anything.
You have 3 here. He's going to have 5 support cards. You're going to have to use 1 on
I'm gonna have
this.
to use 1 on that.
So you've got 2 left. You either want to drop this again and lose 1 of the support cards, or lose 2 support cards.
I will drop this one more time and lose 1 support card. So we're
So he's
sitting
going to
at
have
4
4
support cards.
support cards. This is going to be rough for you. Do we have any? You've got 1 left. Is that
It's for the event cards.
okay?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Well, let's see what this does to you.
How long?
Shield up by 1. You're in Arctic, so the other doesn't go off. Cancel 1 successful combat die. Still technically possible.
Okay.
Shield up by 1.
I had the 3. We only reduced it by 2 because 1 would have
That
taken us to
happens.
0. What is that?
That happens before.
So that doesn't count into that. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Double check.
Heart up by 1.
Nope.
And there you go.
Can't.
That is actually more
I-
normal to see automatic failures rather than automatic successes.
Actually,
the fact
I could still do that.
how
If,
Because
I need 2 health at 3, so I need to roll.
Yeah.
and you're going to cancel 1 successful
Oh,
die.
never mind.
Yeah.
JK, guys.
Yep.
Good try though.
That, seeing automatic failures like that is much
Did that
more.
stay?
That is now
retired.
retired.
Okay.
So he's retired. And
Stick him wherever your retire pile was.
And you can still choose to retire someone else from your pile if you want.
Actually, did you both put your retirees there? Because she's keepers separate.
Oh, one of those.
That's okay, we can split them later.
You just do your under there, and that'll be hers.
So if you want, you can retire another person, but
Ah, no,
that
they're
was a forced.
recruits.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Oh,
Yeah, that's your draw deck.
I had 3, 4.
You had 4. So those go to your discard. Alright, so after he draws his hand, that flips up. We're pretty sure you want
General Steel.
Caliber because you've got the vehicles.
Bit of a discard, though.
What is your but when you
I got-
shuffle up and draw again, you'll potentially get Caliber.
3, 5, 6, 7.
You have 7. So you can't afford Caliber or General Steel.
I would take Caliber.
Caliber.
As a vehicle guy, Caliber's
Yeah.
Get him for later.
Now, he goes to your discard. So, it's a matter of who you want to fight.
You can choose not to fight.
You can choose to skip it if you'd like.
But the only ones we have to fight is that one and that one.
And the honest truth is, once we get him, we can fight anyone else once. So you almost might want to take Toxin out. Well, actually, Toxin won't matter. His global effect is not going to affect us too bad right now. But the point being, the reason I say we can attack anyone else once is because there's still someone to refill. It doesn't matter where that happens.
Oh, we haven't had to do that phase yet.
So
It doesn't really matter, does it?
it'll matter based on how difficult of a fight it'll be for you. And Psych Ward is going to be a difficult fight for anyone.
Hey, they want to know who's winning, guys.
We're doing really well.
We're doing really well.
Yeah.
Actually,
And actually,
this
that's
would be a good turn to attack her because you have no vehicles to lose.
He's got a good point.
That's true. Let's just do it. Let's
so
knock. Yeah.
going after her. She starts at a 3/3.
3.
She will
Choose your
have
leader.
you choose a leader. I recommend a commando.
Let's do a commando.
So
It's 6 dice.
2 there, 1 on each of these. Now, her stuff goes off for vehicles. Doesn't matter. She's got 5 support cards. You can knock 3 either heart, shield, or support cards down.
Let's do the health and shield.
Each one, or do you want to knock one of them down more?
Let's just do 2, 1 each.
And then 1 on her cards.
1 on her cards. And so -1 support, and then 2 on health.
So she's got 4 support. Lower the combat leader's die by 1.
Okay, you're screwed.
Shields are up a lot.
Wow. So how much is that?
So shields go to 7. You don't have a way to add, because you add. So from 2, you add +2 for this, +2 to get you to 6 for this, plus another 1. So you'd have to have 2 dice at 7, and you don't have a way to add anything to your dice, unfortunately.
They just got taken out of your reach. For the record, I would have killed as many support cards as possible.
This is a good example of why the support cards are terrifying.
All right.
So
pretty rough.
Now you may choose to retire one of those if you want before you discard.
I'd
Or
do
you
it in
can
a
keep 'em.
commando.
I'll do a commando. Yeah, I'll retire the commando.
Cool. So that goes to your not to your discard. It goes out. So yeah, just keep it separate. All right. So new event. Venom strikes. Venom's sinister plot advances. Move the event track up by 1 and see the mission for effects. So this is the first Venom strike we've had all game, which is very, very amusing and good for us. But level 1. Venom has activated the red control cube. This reward no longer provides its bonus to players.
So that's done.
So one of these is gone. Unless we can find a way to reduce that, which there are cards that can.
There's a reward that does that.
There's a reward that does it.
Must be a successful game.
Okay. The other thing that happens is the top 5 cards.
Actually, the one under hijack is the one that does that.
The top 5 cards, because how many players?
New event, so top 5 cards go to the discard. We are losing some powerful things.
Here we go.
All right. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will use Powder Keg's ability to draw 2 cards and put them into play. So I have 11 recruit power. I have 11 recruit power.
You can do
I can pull the War Maker.
War Maker,
Or I can pull Rough House.
House, or
See what
anything.
Rough House does. I can, but I'm going to go for the high ones because that opens up more spaces for other people. And no freedom support cards to join her. Ah. That is pretty powerful.
Or support, or -1 support plus 2 rolled value on all combat dice.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go with the War Maker.
Okay.
All right. So. I'm probably going to want to go after Psych Ward, I'd imagine. But let's double check.
I need to get it. That's why I looked at that and I'm like, I need that.
Yep, so I'll choose Commando as my leader, and Psych Ward will take one of these guys away from me. I'm kind of hoping it's Powder Keg because he's not giving me a benefit in combat.
The big one?
Yeah. It's a recruit. It is what it is. Oh, right, he goes under Psych Ward. Alright. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. Five dice, and I can do 2 reductions. He's at 3 and 3, and he's got 5 support cards.
Yep.
I'm knocking 2 of those out. He's going to have 3 support cards.
Here we go.
Discard 1 freedom support. Fine, I'll discard Powder Keg. Discard 1 vehicle. I have no vehicles. Lower my combat leader's die by 1. So I have 4 dice. I need 3 of them at 3 or higher, and I can change one combat's rolled value to 6.
You're in good shape.
Hopefully.
All right.
So I need them at 3 or higher. I've got 3 here. I turn this into a 6. So I've got 4.
Boom.
Got it.
There goes Psych Ward. Bang.
We get one of the cubes back.
We do get another cube. This one is the yellow control cube. I gain my recruit back, who I'm going to retire.
So the last leader is revealed, and we can completely ignore her.
This was the first cube discovered by Venom scientists in ancient writings. Knowing how old these strange objects are, they sought them out for their evil plots. But we're back up to 3 reductions.
So I have 2.
So I missed something interesting, right? We lost a reduction.
We lost one because of this.
Venom strike.
The new event advanced
Okay.
the track, so Venom was actually pulling some strings and got something good.
So I have 7 recruitment points.
You've got Steel Patrol.
I'm going with Steel.
All right.
Steel is a powerful one, yeah.
And the Patriots and
Oh, and the Peacemaker's out.
I think, however, I have a decent chance of ending it right now.
Ooh.
Sabotage is the only one we need to take out right now.
First off, her whole thing is vehicles. Discard all Venom support cards that are not vehicles. I'm fine with that. Discard 1 freedom support vehicle of your choice. I don't have any.
Okay. So, 3-3.
I'm choosing Purple Carnage as my leader.
Okay.
It's all done if they give
So,
Phalanx and each of these guys.
the only thing with Sabotage is Sabotage has 5 support cards. You gonna knock 3 of them out?
Can you?
I've got 3.
So you
So
take a, you only have 2.
but she will also, she only keeps support vehicles.
That is true. So, would you rather knock some of these out?
I would do the support
They gave me a
because we don't know
barbarian
what support
character.
is.
So we did barbarian negotiations.
Yeah, go either way.
I'm going to kill 3 support cards because I feel like those dice
And I'm
can
telling the
hit.
old guy
You
who
can
died.
handle
that it was all
3/3.
his fault,
Sounds
all
good.
the
You've
deaths.
got 2 support
He
cards
was just
then.
giving me the key like I asked, politely the first time.
First,
Not a support, not a vehicle.
second,
That is a vehicle.
what does it do?
4/4.
Oh,
That's rough.
You need 4/4 with 9 dice.
I should like to point out
that's a
that phalanx's other ability, +1 to the rolled value of all combat dice.
So you're adding +3 to everything? So hold on, Sean. You're adding +3 to everything, which means you need 4 ones.
Where are you getting +3 from?
Oh, he's not your. Okay, never
I'm
mind.
adding +1 to everything. So I need 4 dice at 3 now.
Yep. So 4 dice at 3. Sorry, I was looking at
This is a
Carnage.
make or break. This could win it.
Thanks.
Boom!
That's it. You got it.
That's it. Yep.
We win.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah, guys.
Thank you very much for playing with us,
Of course.
guys.
Thank
You
you.
enjoyed
Great.
this.
Of course, this is really fun.
Now,
We can.
this is the board game that is the same setting as my Freedom Squadron role-playing book. Freedom Squadron is a setting book for Savage Worlds, and it is this world with these characters and all of this stuff going on as a role-playing setting.
Okay.
So be looking out for that. I have a Patreon going on that supports that right now. I have a Patreon that you guys can support this if you'd like to see more. And actually add characters to the world officially if you really want to go for it. So thank you guys again for playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for.
Absolutely.
So all you recruits and commandos, pull